Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm excited to show you some pictures that I took on the Tamron. This is a telephoto lens. This is the Tamron 100 to, I don't know if you can see this one, 100 to 400 4.5 to 6.3 aperture, variable aperture, VI, VC, USD. So this is this is a weather sealed lens. It's tough, and I connected it with the Canon adapter and my Canon R8. So I'm really excited to show you because I took this one more of a portrait lens. I was trying to make this lens as a more of a portrait lens, and I think the result was pretty fantastic, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait to show you this footage, and let's go on with it. Okay, so this one is the first picture that I took at 100mm. So as you can see, I have a perfect model for this lens, a good physique, it's a wonderful model, as you can see. Yeah, and yeah, this was at 100mm f8, and yeah, it's 180 of a second. As you can see, the picture is great. I just have to make it quick as possible I can, but as you can see, this is 100mm. Everything is in focus. I mean, the side of it, it's perfectly. The bokeh is perfect. Yeah, this is 100mm f8 at ISO 320. So. Yeah, the first one is really good, I think. The second one is at 258mm at 180 per second shutter speed. It is an ISO 250. So, yeah, it's still a perfect image. I mean, as you can see, it's I didn't edit everything. It's in the raw file, so you'll be the judge. But yeah. Directly based on this, it's the raw file of it. I don't want to change it. I don't want to change it. I mean, I love the picture. So, yeah, this one is 250mm, and this one is also, I think, is on focus. I mean, the 100 to 400mm is a good perspective. As like 70 to 200 portrait lens, which is usually overrated, but. I think the 100mm, 100 to 400mm has a kind of different perspective of it. I mean, the background, as you can see, it's very well compressed, so it has a different look of it. So maybe 70 to 200 is perfect for portrait, but 100 to 400mm also has its place. But people just have to love it. The next one is at 200mm, 180 a second, ISO 250. As you can see, it's still great. It's perfectly shot. I mean, it's 180 of a second at the 200mm. I mean, you can't complain of it. It's still on focus. I mean, the grasses is in focus. So the bokeh is, I think the bokeh, you'll be the judge, but I think for me it's pretty good. And this one is also at the 200mm f8 at 180 of a second, ISO 250. Yeah, it's still perfect. As you can see, the details of it, the separation. I mean, you can see the detail on the grass. If you have an older lens, you can adapt it to the newer bodies, the mirrorless body. I mean, it kind of gives the older lenses a bit of a power. It gives more power of it. I mean, as you can see, it's an 100. This lens, Tamron 100 to 400, is an old lens, but if you compare it with the newer bodies, mirrorless body, it's still on par with those crazy expensive Canon lenses. Next picture is at 350mm, still at f8 and 750s of a second. It's an ISO 1250. So. I just have to show you the power of this mirrorless Canon R8. You can really extract some details of it. I mean, as you can see, I have this here before and after. This one is before, and as you can see, you can really get some details of it, no matter how dark it is. You just have to I mean, I'm bringing up the shadow all the way, and you can see it can still get all those details and the highlights. So now this one is at 200 millimeter at 750th of a second, ISO 1600. So you'll be the judge. I just want to talk less, and you just have to take see the picture. I mean, the picture says it all. There is a different perspective on this lens, so I think this one is also perfect. I mean, there's no distortion whatsoever. Let me guys see you something about the vignettings. I mean, this lens doesn't have much of a, I mean, on this picture it's like nothing. That's how great it is, and it's cheap. So yeah, okay, next we have the it's kind of a similar picture. It's a 200 millimeter 750th of a second, ISO 2000. I mean, look at it, it's crisp, it's on spot, it's very well focused. I mean, look at the distance from the autofocus area and the focused area. I mean, on the foreground, it's yeah, it's great. The face is very well on focus, and the bokeh, I think it's great. I mean, this time it's kind of raining, so it's not really a good weather, but fortunately this lens has weather sealing, so we don't have any problem with it. And also the R8 is a weather seal, so yeah. So next picture I have to show you is this one is all the way up to 400 millimeter 750th of a second at ISO 1250, and look at the bokeh that it brings. I mean, you guys have to see it. It's perfect. It's very well on focus. It focuses great. I mean, it's 750th of a second, so it should be on focus. I didn't see any vignetting on the high contrast area. So yeah, look at the perspective of 400 millimeter. I mean, the compression of it. Look at the rock on the background. I mean, it's really compressed. I mean, 400 millimeter using as the portrait lens, so it's not bad, right? So yeah, this one is also at the 400 millimeter f8 ISO 2000. The face, it's still very well unfocused, and yeah, I think f8 is really the perfect sweet spot of the of this lens. But it's my own opinion, so I'm not really a technical person when it comes to photography, but you just have to be the judge on this picture. So next picture is kind of the same 400 millimeter, very well compressed background. It kind of gets also the raindrops, and every detail on it is perfect, near perfect. So yeah. So this one is also at the 400 millimeter, very good shot, very well compressed background, different perspective in terms of portrait shots. So yeah, it's not really that perfectly focused, but it's still on par with the expensive lenses. I mean, if you just don't look at it in a very technical manner, but yeah. This one is the last image of these portrait shots of this model. You'll be the judge. I managed to get some of separation on this area. So this is not smudge or everything, but it's kind of separation. There's a rock in front of her. So yep, perfectly focused f8 ISO. This is the ISO 5000. So if these old lenses are paired with this newer technologies and softwares, I mean, why would I buy expensive lenses if I can just adapt these great old lenses? So yeah, and okay, going forward, I have also took some pictures of some birds. We had some like a small walk with my daughter Alexi, so Yeah, this one is a 400mm f5.6. I don't know if it, I don't know why I shoot 5.6. This one is at 4.5 to 6.3, so 400mm should be at 6.3, but I don't know if it's a glitch or some kind of a, I mean, I upgraded this lens for 2 years, so it's a the lens is a updated version, so I don't know, it's kind of an advantage, but I don't know if it's a real 5.6 or 6.3, but it allowed me to shoot like 5.6 on 400mm, so I don't know if it's an advantage or disadvantage, but I think it's an advantage if it's a real 5.6, but yeah, this one is the first picture of the bird. I mean, perfectly focused, buttery smooth background. It's not really distracting background at f5.6, so, or 6.3. So this lens is really great. I kind of love this lens at a 100 to 400 perspective. This one I managed to take a shot at 400. As you can see, it's still 5.6. I don't know the reason, but it's still very well focused. This Canon R8 is really great. This dual autofocus system is really a great technology nowadays. I mean, look at it. You can just click on the bird right now, and it focuses poof, on the eye. So this one is a portrait of my daughter Alexi. So look at the perspective of a 400mm, the compression of the backgrounds. So it's a really great versatile lens. It's a 100mm and then go all the way to 400mm. You can really get a good portrait shots if you want to. Yeah, it's still at 5.6, but the focusing system and everything works well. Works perfectly smooth on the Canon adapter. So yeah, no complaint about it. And then this next one, I saw some cats just walking around with some, I call this one a catwalk. It's basically a catwalk walking. Look at the separation of the background. It's a 400mm at 350 of a second. ISO 400. Look, it's the bokeh is really great. Look at the transition of it, and boom, very well in focus. This one I think is a really great testament of how great the dual autofocus system of the Canon system right now. I mean, I kind of follow this bird, kind of pan shots and then cross over with these pillars in between, and it still manages to get 100% focus on the eye of the bird. So I mean, who would ever thought this Tamron cheap lens will have this great pictures? So yeah. So this one is also some pictures of it. 3 birds, perfectly shot on the eye. Bokeh, distortion. You'll be the judge. Yeah, I also have this one, panning shot of the bird. It's also at 400mm f8 at ISO 2000. I mean, yeah, boom, it's still a perfect shot. It focuses perfectly on the bird, and the background is not really that distracting for me. So the ISO, the grains, or I can't see really. I mean, this R system is amazing. I managed to get the shot with these little birds, and as you can see right here, it's kind of dark, and it's buttery smooth in here, and you kind of see the power of these mirrorless systems. I mean, you can just pull out the shadows all the way, and you can still get all the details of it. So it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing how the Canon systems are nowadays. So yeah, I mean, look at it, the picture of the birds and the separation, the bokeh, the background bokeh is, you'll be the judge of it. This one is another picture of the same birds roaming around getting something to eat. I mean, look at the details of it. I didn't change anything of this. I mean, this is just the raw picture that I took, and the colors, the bokeh. If I want to get some details of it, boom, right? So yeah, this one is also at 400 millimeter ISO 400. So as you can see right now, it's this one is this Tamron lens 100 to 400 is right now is my personal favorite. I mean, I had the 70 to 200 millimeter f2.8, and yeah, it's also a good portrait lens if you're using mainly outdoor indoors, because it has like a fixed 2.8, you know, more lights coming in. So as what you saw on the images that I took, I think this Tamron 100 to 400 millimeter is a really versatile lens. You can take, I mean, 100 all the way up to 400. This one can take good portraits, as you can see, as what you saw on the picture. It takes good portraits. It's a different perspective, and I love this lens for some versatility. I mean, you can do portraits, you can do wildlife photography, you can still do landscape photographies. So thank you for watching. I hope you like the videos. See you on the next one. See ya. Lights out.